You know, honestly, this whole offseason, all we've been hearing about are the new additions. We've been hearing about A.J. Brown. We've been hearing about the improvements of Jalen Hurts, you know, his second year as a full starter. But one thing that keeps on getting lost in the shuffle is that our number 2 wide receiver may just be a superstar.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So today, I want to talk about Devonta Smith, man. I feel like he has been lost in the shuffle, and we've been hearing some really good things about Devonta Smith in these last few practices. So I just want to kind of get my thoughts off on what I'm thinking about with Smith and how good I think he's going to do this year. Before we get into that, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We are on the road to 4K, and we would love for you guys to join that ride. You know what I'm saying? We would love it. We would love it. Bring some Cheetos, some Funyuns, and we're going to have a good time. But let's get right into it, man. So, look, Devonta Smith last year broke the franchise record for rookie yards, right? He went out there and played as well as most of us had hoped. You know, maybe some people wanted to see him go over 1,000, but I'm very big on the games inside the games. And when you saw him playing his own game, one-on-ones, him out there as a wide receiver, take away everything going on as the team, he did very well. He was very, very good. And it's very, very exciting. And it makes you think maybe we have a little bit more than even we thought we had, right? You have A.J. Brown out there. You have vsquez Watkins out there. You have Zach Pascal out there. All three very, very sturdy options. Obviously, A.J. Brown is a number one in most people's eyes. But Devonta Smith can come in and really change some things. He can really change the fortunes of the Eagles for a long time to come. Let's not forget, we have A.J. Brown for the next 5 years, right? We have Devonta Smith for at least, I believe, 2 or 3 more years, depending on his 5th-year option if we pick it up, which I'm sure we will. So you have these dogs, you have this wide receiving room for at least 3-4 more years, at least, right? You're looking at this wide receiving core for a while. This is going to help Jalen Hurts grow. This is going to help Jalen Hurts learn his team, and you just get better. That's all you can ask for, is that you continuously get better, and that's what I think is going to happen. I think that when you have a Devonta Smith now, not the main focus, right? Because like I said, all those guys, and you could throw a Dallas Goedert in there too. You have all those guys that are going to warrant, and rightfully so, they're going to warrant double teams. They're going to warrant a specific attention. You know, with vsquez Watkins, you got to make sure he's not going over the top of you. With A.J. Brown, you got to make sure you got a big body guy on him, or else he's going to moss you, as we saw in the practice yesterday. So that's what when you look at Devonta Smith, he's the perfect mixture of everything. That he's going to come in and have realistically wide open lanes. I really do believe that Devonta Smith is on the road to be a superstar. Now, I will say this. It does depend on his quarterback play, right? If Jalen Hurts cannot take that next step as a passer, then it might hinder Devonta Smith's growth. But I think that both of them can help each other in that aspect. I think that you have a guy in Devonta Smith that's going to get open quickly. You're going to have a guy that's going to get off the line, beat people off the press. And you know, I think it was, I want to say it was the Dallas Goedert who called him Casper, right? He gets pressed and then he just makes a move and disappears. So I like that. That's what you need, especially with a quarterback that's learning how to make decisions, learning how to read through the field. You need somebody that's going to be open and open fast. I've said before that I think that this offense is going to be predicated on the short pass. It's going to be predicated on running. It's going to be predicated on screen plays. And I think that somebody like Devonta Smith is going to be a benefactor of that. I don't think that he's going to be a guy that you hand the ball off to a la Deebo Samuels or even A.J. Brown. I think A.J. Brown might get some, you know, end arounds and such stuff of the sorts. We've seen them practicing some pitches, so maybe some option type plays. Who knows what's going to happen? But I don't think Devonta Smith is that guy you're going to ask to do that. He's the guy that you're going to ask, listen, it's 3rd and 5. We need you to a quick 5-yard hitch, get wide open and get the ball from Jalen. And I think that's what he can do. You look at Jeremy Maclin, right? You look at a Jeremy Maclin and Deshaun Jackson. I'm not saying that Devonta Smith is Jeremy Maclin because they are obviously 2 totally different players. But what we're going to ask him to do is very similar of what we asked Jeremy Maclin to do. You had that speedster on the other side. It's just get open, you know, quick routes, ins, outs, hitches, you know, whatever it may be, corner routes, whatever it may be. We're trying to get you open quick. We're trying to get the ball into your hands and get the ball moving. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I truly, truly believe this offense is going to be one that methodically makes its way down the field. So I don't think that we need him to be the guy that burns people over top. We got that. We don't need you to be the guy that, you know, wins every jump ball situation. We got that. We definitely don't obviously need you to be a tight end. So we got that. But, you know, there's no pressure on Devonta Smith outside of himself. I'm sure that he puts a lot of pressure on himself. But as this organization, we're asking you to go out there and probably be less than what you realistically are. Realistically, in your second year, a lot of wide receivers are asked to be that number one guy, asked to be that guy that goes out there and gets the, you know, leads the team in catches, leads the team in yards. We're not necessarily asking you to do that. We're just asking you to be who you are and continue to grow. With A.J. Brown on the other side, I think that it's going to help you a lot. And I can't stress enough how much I think Quez Watkins is going to help this whole wide receiving staff. When you wide receiving core, excuse me, when you have a guy that can just take over off the top, when you have a guy that people have to respect when it comes to, you know, you playing over the top, playing long ball, they have to respect Quez Watkins. They're going to give him 5-6 yard, you know, cushions. It's just going to happen. And if you're putting him on if you're putting him on motion, if you're putting Quez on motion and Devonta Smith now switches up with somebody that's playing 5-6 yards back, it's toast. It's a wrap. It's over. You're getting eaten alive by Devonta Smith if you give him that much cushion. You have to do it with a Quez Watkins. With a Devonta Smith, if you do it, you're getting in trouble. So when we start moving people around the formation, motions, when we start trying to put Devonta Smith at the slot, put Quez on the outside, when we start moving these pieces around, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be very, very hard for defenses to stop, in my opinion. I truly do believe that. So honestly, I do think Devonta Smith is on the road to be a superstar. I don't think that that's crazy to say. I don't think that that's crazy to think. I think that he's almost there. I truly do believe that. And I think that this year is going to be a big jump for him. And you know, depending on how big of a jump Jalen Hurts can make, sky is the limit. If Jalen Hurts can hit 4,000 yards, 4,500 yards passing, Devonta Smith might have some crazy numbers at the end of this year. Even if he only hits 4K, I think he'll be close to 1K. You know, I think Devonta Smith will be close to 1K, probably around 65, maybe a little bit less catches. It really depends on how we try to sort out the touches. There's a lot of guys on this team that obviously want the ball, so, you know, it is what it is. It's going to be looking like hungry hippos out there. Our wide receivers are going to be looking like hungry hippos. Nick Sirianni and Shane Steichen are going to be the ones pressing the paddle on the other side, and these boys are going to eat. So I'm very, very excited. You guys let me know what you're thinking, though. How do you feel about Devonta Smith? Do you think Devonta Smith is set for maybe a record-breaking year, maybe an insane year? What's the level that you expect Devonta Smith to hit this year? That's the question in the comments. I need to know your answer. Other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is Fly Goes Fly. And we are out here. Peace!
Everywhere. This is for you.
Yeah. Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do 'em in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning